So welcome, Siddhika. Thank you for being on time for the session, and it's wonderful to see you after our last conversation on the phone. So want to just once again reiterate that this is going to be a confidential session. Whatever we speak stays here and stays in this room. So I want you to feel completely safe and okay to share whatever is important for you.
Thank you, Lata. And yes, I have some few things to discuss for this session. I'm not sure how I'm going to explain you, but let me try and at least my level best so that we can sit together and find a solution. As we discussed last time that I live in Tanzania and I come from a Muslim community. So most of our women do not work, but I have always been working and taking care of my family. So now my children have grown up. So one is married. Though I take care of them, it's not that after being married, children, you literally let them go. But somehow they're independent. One has finished his university. So I'm planning to become a career counselor. But, I usually it's not an opposition somehow, but you know what? My community or my people would say, you're already 50 years old. Now, why do you want to study? Why do you want to do this? Or your income is good. But I want to do something which fulfills me, even my family, even my husband sometimes feels, why you have to take all the trouble to do this? Just enjoy life. But I feel that I'm wasting my time it's not a wasting, but if I have a potential and if I can help students or something like that, and it gives me enjoyment, so I would like to do, but I'm not sure how to go about. I've done my degrees. I've even done my career counseling course and I'm still pursuing it, So even one day my sister-in-law said, you're always studying, you're always studying. So I told her, if I'm studying for 2 hours, at least I'm not fighting with anybody, So I'm busy with my work. So this is really a juggle in a family that they do not understand why I need to do this, This keeps me alive, something like that, It gives me the opportunity to meet younger generation, to think what it is going. So I don't know how to tackle this problem actually,
Okay, yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Siddhika. And what I'm hearing is that, you are at the age of 50, you said, kind of contemplating and actually strongly pursuing a career, in career counseling. You're actually pursuing courses that will help you go into career counseling, and you wanting to do something that will help, help the younger people, the youth. I also heard you say, Siddhika, that, you're often faced with a lot of questions from people in your family and around you that, why are you making so much of effort to do all of this, or studying so much, right? That's what I heard you say. And you also said that, you don't know how to tackle, when people in your family talk like that to you. So which amongst these are, is the topic or the area that you'd really like to explore today?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
You said that, one is you want to figure out how to pursue that career counseling.
Yes.
And two, I also heard you talk about how you experienced, a lot of people in your family asking questions about why you need to do it now.
Yes. So there are two things. One is that pursuing, I'm still looking into how to go about. But even the opposition, I would say the word would be opposition, that they see me as, they feel that probably these are my words, maybe I'm greedy or what, but yes, I have that hunger for that, doing something, so, as a normal daughter-in-law or something, it's just like normal cooking, your son is married, so they don't appreciate or validate me. And this is what sometimes bugs me, that validation as a daughter-in-law or is not there, and they find me that I'm too career or goal-oriented, and not a normal daughter-in-law, the way it usually is.
Yeah. And so this opposition to, to what you are trying to do as a, as a career woman, is seeming to bug you. That's what I heard you say, Sidika.
Yes, it's
So when you,
something, yeah, it bugs me.
yeah. So when you say bugs you, what really happens? What's really going on?
When I say it bugs me, I feel that rather than appreciating that we have an educated daughter-in-law or something who pursues, who thinks vision or thinks forward, they put me down in such way I feel demeaned, or uh, I don't feel good enough somehow, that though I'm trying my best to validate myself, but it looks that their validation, their acceptance, their approval is more important to me than my work. This
Yeah,
is how I can understand myself.
yeah. That even as you are keeping yourself motivated and, validating yourself as you pursue your career, they're not validating it seems to bug you or seems to be more important.
May I pause you? That means I'm not within that same group, because when they are in the group, you will
Yeah,
find them going for dinners, outings. So they don't have anything. So they are just trying to find social, while I'm focused from work to 2 hours of studying or whatever. So,
yeah,
for example, anybody would tell me that I'm doing something in genetics or embryology. I immediately go down, I search what are the subjects to be done, and this I can do it for hours without even realizing I'm putting my time, because I enjoy. Just listen, if somebody said my daughter wants to do embryology, genetics, so I said I will search for you tonight and I will do it. So I'm not within that part of the society. So I'm somehow becoming alone,
yeah,
withdrawn, that I do not mingle with them.
yeah, yeah. I hear you, Sidika. And you also said, Sidika, that you had this hunger for learning so much. Like you said, even someone, you know, learning or talking about a subject like embryology makes you want to go and find out more. So this hunger, what is it really about?
I cannot explain much about what it feels, but yes, I always have this like, uh, I come from the childhood, like my parents both were educated according to their standards in those days. So my mother, if she would have been alive today, would have been 90 years old. So around 20, so 70 years back, she had done her O levels. She had finished her grade 12. In those days, girls, when they get their periods in 12, 13 years of age, they would get married. So her father made her study. My father was also somehow educated. So he never wanted neither me nor my brother to finish metric or something and go into like business or something. So being a daughter, I wasn't allowed to go abroad to study, but whatever is available in my country, they made sure that I did according to those days and those standards. While after getting married, I kept on improving myself. So they never
Yeah,
kept my father would always say that business is, he had a very good business and he was a good entrepreneur. But he would always tell my brother that business today, money is coming, but nobody will steal your education. So this is all he was always, they were instilling on us. So that deep rooted is there, that if we have education, or if we have, I instill in my children also the same thing. So it's something that I have been born with, like they've trained me in such a way, though I never realized that they were training me, but that is always there in me. So I really don't know like
yeah,
how to explain you.
yeah. You're doing it beautifully, Sidika. And thank you for sharing all of this. And I want to acknowledge you on how you are living this value of education, not just for yourself, but also for your children. Yeah, something that you deeply value. And Sidika, as you talk about all of this, right, as you're sharing about how you have this deep hunger and you're pursuing that, and at the same time you're feeling this, you said you're feeling alone and lonely about not being part of any group and not getting all of that validation, that sense of acceptance. As you share all of this right now, what are you feeling? How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling somehow sad or I'm feeling withdrawn somehow, you know, so I feel a kind of that I'm left out, you know, lonely. So I actually want to be part of that group probably, but then sometimes I feel I can't even fit into those groups, because when they discuss things, you know, uh, I'm out of place, you know, so they are talking something else, I'm talking education. So we never even, you know, we are not on the same level of meeting the discussion or something, you know. So I
Yeah.
never fit any group somehow, you know.
Yeah. And that feeling of, wanting to be part of a group, but not really fitting into any of the groups that you know right now. What is that feeling? How do you experience that on a day-to-day basis?
It feels bad somehow, or you feel it feels sort of um, somehow I'm angry also at myself, and somehow, you know, there is some frustration also, you know. But then I keep removing it or thinking that no, it's fine. But then maybe deep down, it's bugging me, or it's bothering me in a way, you know.
Yeah. So if you were not this angry or not being bugged or not feeling the sadness, Siddhika, what would what would be an ideal life that you look for? What would it be if you were to live that today without this anger and without this sadness?
So yes, I would be happy. I would be looking forward to supporting youths or supporting the schools, or, you know, and I want to live a life where anyone's opinion does not matter to me. Like, you know, if somebody is saying that um, she is like she is doing whatever she wants to, I mean, I want to live a life where anyone's opinion does not matter to me, whether, okay, I'm not doing something wrong, so those matters should not worry me, you know. So that is the place I want to come, that if somebody is saying she's working, fine. Somebody says she's doing, even at this age she's still studying, it should not matter to me. Or if she's looking into youths or something, or career counseling or anything, any opinion or anything should not bother me, you know. So I can live confidently that yes, what I'm doing is correct, you know.
Yeah, wonderfully expressed, Siddhika. So as you talk about, wanting to be this confident, being this confident, not bothered by others, right? What would be the most important thing that, if it were to change, will help you to be there, get there?
I'm not sure what I can change, but probably I feel, I have always felt that, you know, uh, within me there is some sort of fear, you know. I've always been a fearful child, you know, due to whatever reasons or whatever my family backgrounds, you know. I think this is just, we are meeting for the second or the third time. So it's, the past has got too many traumas, or probably, you know, so the fear and for me to come up, you know. So
Mm,
there's a lot of fear in me somehow.
mm. And thank you for sharing that. And as you, this fear that, that you speak about has been there, and when you look at this goal that you have of, living a happy, confident life, helping youth in their careers, what is the biggest fear when you look at that goal?